Called Juan Bobo Goes to Work, retold by Marissa Montez. I did this today with my class. It's a lot easier talking to 7-year-olds that I can yell at if they laugh, so we'll see how it goes today. A long time ago in the foothills of Puerto Rico, there was a boy who very easily became confused, misunderstood things, was constantly doing things wrong, and his name was called Juan Bobo, which translates to Simple John. One day his mom came up to him and said, Juan, it's time for you to go and get a job. Juan Bobo said, where am I going to go and get a job? Said, well, go see the farmer down the road a little bit. So Juan Bobo goes down there and says to the farmer, do you have any work for me? Takes a step back, he looks at him and goes, you're awful scrawny to help with farming. He says, oh, I can do it. So he's remembering that before on his walk home that his mother told him something, but he wasn't quite sure on what she had told him. So the farmer told him, I want you to take these beans and I want you to shell them. I want you to put the shells on the ground and the beans in the wheelbarrow. Well, Juan Bobo starts working, and always when he works he whistles, so I'm going to need some help with the whistling. So he starts shelling. He goes, oh, I'm done. So the farmer walks over and goes, Juan, are you kidding me? He looks, and he had put all the beans on the ground and all the shells into the wheelbarrow. Completely opposite of what he told him. He says, well, you did do some good work. You worked hard. Here's some money for you. So Juan Bobo puts the money in his pockets. He's going home. He gets home. He goes, Mom, I got paid. So she goes, okay, how much? He reaches into his pockets, and as he does that, he remembers that what his mom had told him was, don't put the money in your pockets because there's holes in your pockets. He goes, oh, all right. So she says, well, you're going to need to go and get to work again tomorrow. But I'm going to give you this burlap bag. Now, whatever you get paid tomorrow, put it in the burlap bag and you bring it back to me. So Juan Bobo goes back to the farmer. He says, do you have any more work for me today? He goes, yeah, I actually do. He said, I need my cow, La Vaca, he needs to be milked. Now, before you milk him, he needs to be tied up. Then you milk him, put him back in the stable. He says, okay. So he ties up his front legs and he ties up his back legs and he milks him. Well, all of a sudden, it's time to put him back in the stable. He starts pulling as hard as his little 90-pound body can pull. He's pulling. Oh, he said, La Vaca, did you turn into a stone? So all of a sudden, the farmer looks over. He goes, Juan Bobo, are you kidding me? His legs are tied. He's not going to go in the stable. He goes, oh, I thought he turned to stone. So they untied him. They put him in the stable. He says, Juan, I got to be honest with you. I don't know if this is going to work out, but, you did a good job. You worked hard. Here's some milk. Yeah. So Juan Bobo remembers. He's got the burlap bag. My mom told me to put it in the bag. So Juan Bobo, he takes the milk, puts it in the bag. Juan Bobo puts the bag over his shoulder, starts walking home, feels something dripping. He's like, oh, that's a little weird. So all of a sudden he gets home, says, Mom, it's raining milk. Juan, what do you mean? He goes, well, I got paid by the farmer in milk, and I put it in the bag like you told me to. Oh, Juan Bobo, that is not what I want you to do. Tomorrow, whatever you get paid, put it on your head. Okay, can you remember that? Yeah, I'll put it on my head. So the next day, he sort of wore his welcome out with the farmer. He goes to the grocer. He goes to the grocer. He says, do you have any work for me? He says, can you sweep? Oh, I'm the best sweeper in Puerto Rico. I can do that. So there he goes. He starts sweeping. He's going crazy. It's shiny. It's beautiful. So the grocer comes over and goes, wow, you weren't kidding. You're a great sweeper. He says, for your work today, I'm going to pay you in cheese. He gets the cheese. Juan Bobo says, where am I supposed to put this? Ah, all right. So he puts it on his head. So Juan Bobo starts walking down. It is a hot 90-degree summer day. He starts feeling the dripping again. He's like, oh, I'm getting deja vu here. What's going on? So he gets home and he goes, Mom, it's raining cheese. Juan Bobo, you can't put cheese on your head when it's this hot. Tomorrow, I want you to go to work. This is the last time. Whatever you get paid, take this string, tie it up, bring it back. So the next day he goes, well, it worked out. The grocer was happy. He liked my sweeping. He'll go back. He goes down there. He goes, do you have any more work for me today? He goes, yeah. He goes, why don't you actually better stock some shelves over here and sweep up again? He says, okay. So Juan Bobo does a great job. He goes over to the grocer. Grocer is very happy. He says, for your hard work today, I'm going to give you the largest ham in the store. So Juan Bobo grabs the ham from him, starts walking. He's like, ah, this is so heavy. Wait a minute. I'll tie it up. So Juan Bobo ties it up, starts dragging it. Wow, my mom has a good idea here. This is a lot easier. So Juan Bobo keeps walking around. He's walking home. Well, all of a sudden, every cat and dog in the neighborhood is gnawing on the ham on the way home. Now, as he comes into the barrio in the neighborhood of the Puerto Rico, there's a mansion where a king and queen live. And the king's daughter, everybody knows in town, is very, very sick. And rumor has it that if she doesn't laugh anytime soon, she's going to die. So Juan Bobo looks up, sees her sitting there, and she's, stone-faced, and she's not looking good. So here comes Juan Bobo. He's bringing his ham. He's pulling it. All of a sudden, she looks and sees all the cats and dogs and just bursts out, starts hysterical laughing. The king comes out and says, oh my God, you saved my daughter. Juan Bobo, come here, I need to repay you. He said, not now, I need to bring this ham home to my mom. So by the time he gets home, there's dogs and cats everywhere. All there is a piece of string left. So needless to say, that night, the mother and Juan simply had a meager meal of rice and beans for dinner. But the king did remember what he did for his daughter, and for every Sunday for the rest of Juan's life, he sent over the largest ham in the city.